quick question for everyone. Do you think the average man who doesn't work out, do you think he should be able to bench press 135 for one rep? Now, that was the question a lot of people were asking themselves this past weekend, because there was I'd say a series of videos that went viral of this guy named Alex Stroff. I think I'm saying his last name right. He's an ESPN radio host for Milwaukee, and this was going pretty viral because he was doing this. He called it the Stroff Combine, so he's kind of mimicking the NFL Combine. And one of the things that he had to do was doing a bench press. So the starter rep that he was given, that I guess the people around him assume he could bench it, was 135. And if you don't know, 135 is two 45-pound plates on the side, and I think the bar is also 45 pounds, so that equals up to 135. And I'm going to show the video of this as well, because you got to see the videos to really believe it. So he starts off with 135, and he's unable to lift it. Like, they set it down on his chest, and he can't even push it up.
Oh yeah, no, I'm ready. I need another rip with that. I was not ready for that.
And then after that failed attempt, it got a lot of quotes on Twitter. A lot of people in the quotes were saying, oh, you're not a man if you can't bench 135. You can't bench 135 as a man. You're a liability. You should feel ashamed of yourself. I was benching that. Or they were saying that they were benching that when they were freshmen in high school. And as someone who was skinnier, I'm still skinny, benching 135 is a lot. And I think that's unrealistic to say that the average man should or could bench 135. I know myself, before I started working out, there's no way in hell I would be able to bench 135. And that would, in like 135, that would be about like 80% of my weight, like prior to like working out. Like, I can now because I've been working out for a couple years, and that's like not much for me. But I think asking that for the average man, even for one rep, like 135 bench is heavy. Like, it's heavy if you don't work out. But there was a lot of discussion about that. So then after that first video hit, there was a follow-up video with Alex, and he's this time attempting to bench 95 pounds. Now, this one made me laugh out loud, because if you look at him, he seems like he's about maybe 6 foot-ish, probably, I'd say like, you know, I don't know his weight, maybe like 170, 180 pounds. And he's attempting to bench 95 pounds, and spoiler, he doesn't do it.
There we go. Push! Jesus, Mary, St. Joseph!
He is struggling with 95 pounds. Now, at this point in my head, I'm thinking, okay, that's embarrassing as a man. Like, you can't even like bench 100, like almost 100 pounds for one rep. Like, it's pretty fucking pathetic if you ask me. Especially for someone who talks shit about a lot of professional athletes, and you can't even bench 95 pounds for a rep. Like, it's sad. It's sad. When I first saw the video, I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing because the two guys, like, I guess his coworkers were trying to, you could hear it in the video, push, and he just couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Like, if that was me, like, that video would have never gotten out. Never gotten out that I was struggling with 95 on the bench. You got to have a little bit of shame at that point, but he was getting cooked on Twitter, getting roasted even more than the 135 attempt, which is understandable. And then there's the final video, the final attempt. He benches successfully, I think it was 65 pounds.
You should be able to get this one.
Yeah! And even then, he looked like he was struggling a little bit. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like pulling up, he looked like he was kind of like, but yeah, I think that just sparked a bigger debate about like health. And I think people, especially like the men who are commenting, need to realize is that like the average man does not work out. The average man does not eat healthy. The average man is probably not getting like 6,000 steps a day. So I think benching 135 for many people, especially many men, it's impossible unless you like really work at it. And maybe even 95 pounds, like that was embarrassing. Like when I seen that video, I was shocked. Like I was truly shocked. Even like someone who doesn't work out, in my opinion, I feel like should be able to like a man who is above 6 foot. You have some weight on you. There's no excuse not to bench 95 for one rep, in my opinion. Because like I don't know how you don't feel shame, how you don't feel a little bit of shame. And he's probably not gonna work out after this or feel any type of way. I mean, he's a ESPN radio host, so I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck like that. But I know if that was me, I would probably be in the gym the next day and then just like never stop after that. But yeah, he eventually got to 65. A whole lot of discussion about at what you should be able to bench as a man. And I think we got to remember, like these are men who, or this was a guy who like does not go to the gym at all. So I think we just need to be more realistic. Like, hey, like 135 is a lot. 135 is heavy, especially if you do not work out at all. And I guess even 100 pounds, 95 pounds is a lot for, it might be a lot for the average guy. But I think the average man could probably bench 95 for one rep. But yeah, I want to know what you all think. Like, unreasonable to, is that unreasonable to ask the average man or to expect the average man to bench 135? Because in my opinion, I do, especially as someone who's worked out for a couple years, like I wouldn't be able to do it if I was taken back to 2023 when I started going to the gym. Like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. And I don't think that's realistic for a lot of people who do not work out at all. But I think that's all I wanted to say on that. Like, it was surprising how weak he was. And I think the expectations from, other men, especially who work out, they need to be lowered a bit for the guys who don't lift at all. But that's all I have to say on that. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. Is that acceptable? Is a 65-pound bench acceptable as a grown-ass man? Yeah, until next time, hope all y'all are benching and working out, and at least benching 100. I don't know. But hey, until next time.